Hello crafters and welcome to this week's From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft Show update. I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director from Picture to Page and Beyond, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and paper crafting community. Now this week's update, we're going to talk about the Pakenham Show, we're going to talk about Season 2 of Plan C, and of course our next Papercraft Posse Crafternoon date. But first, a dash of inspiration. Now last week I was here talking about making a mock-up. So when you're doing a craft that might be a bit new or some instructions that are a bit complex, doing a mock-up without the good paper, with some scrap paper to give you a sense of what it's going to look like. This week I'd like you to take a step further. Now the mock-up I made last week, I went ahead and made the one that I was going to make, and then I wasn't that happy with it. So I want to challenge you this week to actually stop, pause, think about it, and perhaps redesign your ideas. I think sometimes we get so committed to the way that we want to do things that if it's not working out, we just keep pushing and pushing against it rather than stopping and reassessing. So that's what I've done for my mini book swap. The ones that I made didn't quite work out as I was expecting, so I set them aside, had a bit of a rethink and come up with another design that I am much happier with. So I'd love to hear from you. When was the time that you just found you really had to stop what you were doing, take a step back, perhaps simplify your design or try a slightly different approach so that you won't just keep pushing against that brick wall and actually not making any progress? And I think it's such an important part of our creative process is to not to just get head down and go on regardless of what's happening. It really is to stop, pause, check that we're doing what makes sense, and then pushing ahead and changing tack if we need to. So that's the challenge for this week. If we're not working out the first way, then take a step back and try again. And like I said, I'd love to hear in the comments of a time where you had a chance to reassess what you were doing and push ahead regardless. Now, Pakenham Show is 5 weeks away and we are just finalising the last of our retailers. We have a really good lineup. I can't wait to announce it to you. We will be announcing the retailers next week. So for getting all the details first, make sure you're on our email list. So head over to the website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au and there's a link somewhere near this video. So go and make sure you're on our email list and you will be the very first to know when our retailers get released, when our tickets go on sale, and everything else that goes on. The email list and the website are the place to get all the information. So yes, Pakenham Show, of course, 5 weeks away on the 22nd and 23rd of May at the Pakenham Cultural Centre. And I think we're going to have about 20 retailers there. And again, we're going to be covering scrapbooking, card making, mixed media, planning, parchment crafts, just really something for everyone. And the Pakenham Cultural Centre is a really lovely venue, not too hard to get to, plenty of parking, and they have finished their renovations from when we were there 2 years ago now, and so it really is a lovely venue. So make sure you've got the 22nd and 23rd of May penciled into your calendars. Now, our Papercraft Posse, which we gather a month out before the show, is happening soon on Saturday, the 24th of February. Now, if you're in the Facebook group, head over to the event, and I need you to buy your tickets ahead of time. With our COVID-safe plan, we do want to check that we've got just the numbers that we need. Now, in previous posses, we've had Crafternoons, we've had anywhere from 5 people right through to 20 people. So we don't want to make sure that we've got too many people, but of course everyone is welcome. So head over to the Facebook group, find the event, and of course for those of you that would prefer to get that update through our email newsletter, we'll have that coming out in the next day or two as well. But I do need you to get your tickets ahead of time, or if you're having trouble with that, certainly get in touch, and we'll have our QR code to check in, and of course sanitizing on arrival and all those other good things. So our Crafternoon is from 10 o'clock on Saturday the 24th of April, and the idea of a Crafternoon is a chance to meet like-minded people, work on a project, bring something that you want to play with or that you share or that you're having trouble with, and there's always someone there that can help you to look at what might need to happen next or to get it to work properly, or it's just a really fantastic fun day. So for those of you in the Papercraft Posse group, check out the event in our Facebook page. Okay, now Plan C Season 2 is kicking off this week. We have got a really exciting lineup. Wendy and I have been working hard behind the scenes to get you some very interesting guests. So we're kicking off this Friday the 16th of April at 2 p.m. right here on the From Picture to Page Papercraft Facebook page, and of course replays in YouTube. And this week we've got Leanne from Amazing Sense Aromatherapy. And Leanne and Wendy will be chatting about aromatherapy and how we can use it to add to our wellness and creativity. Because we all know that when we're not feeling our best, sometimes it can be really hard to get into that creative mindset. So aromatherapy is such a fantastic way of using our sense of smell and then really connecting and being the best that we can be, so that we can also go on and create our craft. So we're really looking forward to Wendy chatting with Leanne on Friday. So I think that is it for this week. Our inspiration tips: sometimes you might just need to step back and reevaluate rather than pushing on with a craft project regardless. Our Pakenham Show is 5 weeks away, 22nd and 23rd of May at the Cardinia Cultural Centre. Papercraft Posse, Crafternoon on the 24th of April. You need to pre-purchase your tickets, so catch up with the Facebook group or see our email newsletter for details. And finally, Plan C Season 2 kicks off this week, Friday the 16th of April, with Wendy and Leanne. So as always, any questions, pop them in the comments below, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you again soon. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.